We can two-hand that. We can Kindle, chicken nugget, Kindle, chicken nugget. You're being such a brat. Me to me, she said. Me tired? I'm only 33 and it's 10:30 at night. So yeah, I'm tired. Hey, hi, hello, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Alex, and we're doing another 24-hour readathon. There's something wrong with me in my head. We've been over this. Okay, let's not, as per usual, let's not take too long because it's already almost like a little after 10 a.m. MST, it is May 23rd, Saturday, and I'm not working right now, so it doesn't really matter. But as usual, I am going to attempt to do 12 hours today and 12 hours tomorrow. A lot of the times it ends up being like 8, 8, 8 over 3 days. I am going to do my darndest to do 12 hours and 12 hours because I'm in the middle of some really good reads and have some pretty awesome ones also on my TBR. So I'm excited and motivated. What was I looking for? My phone. It's in my pocket. So before we get into the TBR, the way that I like to do it is I'm just going to start a timer for 23 hours, 59 minutes, and 59 seconds. And when I'm reading, the timer will be timing, and when I am not reading, it won't be. I do need to find, I do think I have an audiobook, but it might be, we'll see. I do like to have an audiobook on hand when I do these challenges, so that way I can still do life and continue the challenge. So let's see what the TBR is going to be. Hold on. I'm so dehydrated. I have like a little head cold going, so hopefully I don't sound too much like a troll under a bridge. But let's get started with the TBR. Hey, Squeaks. Hey, Claude. You bird watching? Yeah. You want to come say hi? Okay, I'll see you later. I hate these tiny mics so much. Oh, I'm so sick of it. Okay, let me try clipping in again because I don't want to hold it. Judge my cool Harvard t-shirt up. I did not go to Harvard in any way, shape, or form. Okay, whew. Let's start with what I'm currently reading. So I am just enamored by Fonda Lee and the world that she has created. So this is book 2 of the Greenbone Saga. Book 1 is Jade City. I also love these covers so much. So this is book 2. It is an urban fantasy series that is very Asian inspired, following 2 clans on this island that control the entire, basically, world's supply of jade. And if you are a jade wearer, if you have the genetic ability to do so, the jade, while wearing it, gives you magical power. So this is very much compared to The Godfather. It has so much depth to the world. The world building is incredible. I think it's one of the most unique fantasies, even urban fantasies that I've ever read. Like, you are not going to get a Crescent City when you read this. Romance is not relevant to this really too much in any way, shape, or form. It's reminiscent to me of Game of Thrones in the sense that, like, characters are going to die. They're going to die in this and things are going to happen. So I just absolutely ate up book 1. I gave it 5 stars. I do not see anything different for book 2. So I have like 190 pages. I have like 170, I have like 180 pages. Math. I have 180 pages left of Jade War. So I think we're going to start by hunkering down and finishing this. I also, if you just watched the vlog that I posted, my like day in the life, day off, realistic, how much did I read? That was the beginning of April, and this book was part of it. So City of Souls and Sinners by Kayla Edwards is book 2 to the House of Devils series, which I read book 1 not quite some time ago, a couple of months ago, because I think I talked about it in one of my maybe the March wrap up. But I am 59% into this, which isn't saying much because there's 973 pages. I have exactly 400 pages left. So I'm on 573. I'm 973. So I finally got myself to, like, I don't know what it was. I ate book 1. Book 2 kind of started off a little silly, goofy, corny, cheesy with the romance between Darian and Loren, and I am still trying to like Loren. I thought it was just me in book 1, but then I read quite a few reviews and watched some like YouTube vids that she's not a lot of people's favorite character. So I am still going to continue the series because I do like plot. I love the world. This is very much Crescent City urban fantasy. So like these two both at the same time, they're totally different. But yeah, so we're going to start 180 pages here, 400 pages here. Let's see what I've pulled off the TBR. Let us start with an audiobook. I need to have an audiobook ready to go. So let's just pick it together. I've got some really good audiobook options. Okay. I thought that I was going to have to oh, I'm so close. I thought that I was going to go with Blood and Steel by Hun Sure because I'm just tired of everybody else on BookTube talking about it. That's like a FOMO read. But I also have Origin by Dan Brown because I watched Inferno the other day and he has a new book, Robert Langdon book coming out in the fall. So Stephen King, The Institute, that might be it because I also have the physical of that if I want to like continue reading it for the challenge physically. And I have to get back to work on my Stephen King, read all his books in 2025 shit that I said I was going to do, which is nuts of me. And then I also have Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone by Benjamin Stevenson. That's like a classic murder mystery, which I'm in the mood for after finishing Tainted Cup and A Drop of Corruption, which if you haven't read them, you absolutely should. Okay, last one I have is Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. Hate that cover. Why can't it look like this one, which slaps? So I have that. I don't know what that one's about, but I did just finish Strange the Dreamer and Muse of Nightmares by Laini Taylor, and I love them. So I was like, she's got a trilogy. Let me see. Okay, I think I'll probably either pick up Origin by Dan Brown or The Institute by Stephen King because it's so vastly different from what else we have going on. So we'll cross that bridge if and when we come to it. But for physical reads, obviously. Jade Legacy. You know what happens? Oh my god, this cover is so good. This is the best cover. Damn, the lightning. Yeah, that slaps. Yeah, I'm just positive that however book 2 ends, I'm going to want to pick this up. This is 700 pages, so that's asking a lot. It's asking a lot to finish it for the readathon, but we'll see. I have to have options. I also have a library pick here. Came out in May. Something in the Walls by Daisy Pierce. I feel like everyone is picking this up. It's a horror book, and the only thing that I know about it is this little top part that I read at the library, and all I focused on was Something in the Walls is perfect for anyone who loves Midsummer and The Haunting of Hill House, which are two of my favorite pieces of horror creation in the entire world. So we'll probably get to that. That's a little shorty, like 200 to 300 pages. Okay. I'm actually really excited for this. I forgot that it came out this past week. So this is book 2 in whatever this saga is called. Saga of the Unfated. This is book 2 to A Fate Inked in Blood by Danielle Jensen, who is just coming out with new covers for her Bridge Kingdom series. And it took all I had in me to not pick them up at Barnes. But with the red glitter, she's so pretty. So yeah, this is book 2. I loved book 1. We know that what's her name? Freya. We know that Freya is who she is, and we're gonna pick up there. I don't remember much about book 1, but this world is not to the depth that you need to reread. This is like gonna be a silly, goofy, fun time. So we've got I would say we've got our work cut out for us here. Don't forget 400. Why do I bother doing anything around here? Do not forget that we have 400 pages on this tiny, tiny Kindle device to listen to as well. So that's it. That's the intro. 10 minutes later. Holy cow. I will pop back in when I have an update in a little bit, and we are just going to get started. Hello. Okay, so we are here to update. First book finished, an hour and 45-ish in, whatever the timer said. Let me go back and look. 22:11. So it took me like an hour and 50 minutes to read 180 pages, which is pretty good. Not bad, not bad, not bad. This was incredible. I wish there was a way to like just know when you're going to have a visceral reaction to a book so you could film it. Like I didn't know when I was going to make faces. I'm not trying to sit here and drain my batteries all day. But yeah, this was really good. So at least the epilogue, it didn't like end on a cliffhanger per se, but the epilogue it's gonna take it in a direction for a certain character that I was like, forgot about you for the last few chapters, but there you are. And one thing that I wanted to bring up about this series that I really like is that time goes by really quickly. Like, years have gone by since the beginning of the series, since Jade City started. I would say like 4 or 5 years have gone by, but even from chapter to chapter in this one, we were jumping time, but not in a bad way. Like, time feels like it's flowing in a natural way as we get further into the world. And I also like that the author expanded on the initial conflict between the two clans that like gets started in the first book, and now it's like we're involving the whole world, and it's just the politics have gotten really intense. I don't know, I'm so pumped to see where it's gonna go and how it's gonna end. It's a 700-page book, so I think my plan is, also this was 5 stars, like no doubt about it, 5 stars. I think that my plan is lunch break, McDonald's, and I don't know, my Kindle's around here somewhere, but I am going to take a lunch break and read on my Kindle so the timer can keep going, because we can two-hand that. We can Kindle, chicken nugget, Kindle, chicken nugget, Kindle, chicken nugget. Also, I just love this bookmark. Although the only thing I don't like about these bookmarks is the metal leaves indentations in the pages. Not my favorite. So we are an hour and 50 minutes in. It's 1:30 in the afternoon, so guess I'm just staying up all night. YOLO. And yeah, I'll be back when I have an update on, also it's City of Souls and Sinners. I'm about 60%. I'm gonna find my Kindle wherever the heck I put that, and I'll be back when I finish eating and have an update. Okay, bye. Hello. Wow. Pardon me. Hello. I'm here with an update, but Carl is plopped. We're rocking in the chair. He's plopped directly on my Kindle, so can't hold it up for proprietary reasons, as is very clear to all of us. Hello, sorry for the bad angle and for bad lighting. I know so much more about lighting than I ever did before, and it's just really cool. Gotta stop rocking. So it makes me nauseous to watch my own videos where I rock too much in the chair, so sorry if that does that to anybody else. I'm gonna try not to rock in it. It's nearly impossible. I'm selling this chair when we move anyway, but neither here nor there. Carlito? I don't know if that will pick up purring, but he is purring. Anyway, I'm here. Oh, he's sitting on my phone and my Kindle, actually. So let me go this way. That's better for lighting. He is sitting on my Kindle and my phone, but I'm around, like, the timer I think is like 20 hours and 40 minutes. So something like that, 20 and a half hours. So I've been at it for about 3.5 hours. I am at about, I think I'm on like page 790. So I have read a little over 200 pages since the last update of A City of Souls and Sinners. And it's actually really picking up. We're getting some reveals that I think are really good for the plot. And I think the world building, I don't like when fantasy books don't give you a little bit more background when they name drop a lot of places. Like, they're like, we're going here and we're going there. And I'm like, okay, bet. There may be a map at the beginning of this. Oh, bye, Carl. Well, he's up now. So there may be a map. Here she goes rocking. I don't know. I have to check in on that. But I have about 100 and something pages left to read of A City of Souls and Sinners. I cannot hold onto this mic either. I'm like fighting a nap pretty hard is the problem. My husband's napping on the couch. It's a gloomy day, as you can tell from this bright ass lighting. It's so overcast. And I could nap, but we persevere. So I'm in good spirits. The books are really good so far. And I'm already thinking, I'm like a fat kid that loves cake. I am already thinking about what the next book is going to be, because as much as I want to jump right into Jade Legacy, I have been in that world for quite some time. And I could also jump into book 3 of this series on my Kindle, but I've been in this world for some time because these are chunkier books. So I might take a reprieve and hit one of those other books or whatever else I feel like doing. That little handful of books that I had from the beginning of the video. So hold please Coke Zero time. Was I talking about books? Probably. That's what you're here for. That's what I'm here for, I think. I just wanted to update. Actually, I'm flying, man. You fly on a Kindle now. Let me see if I can clip this bullshit ass microphone. I think I'm gonna extend my break from reading here for another 5 minutes and just bite the bullet and consider it. I'm not working right now. I'm trying not to spend money, obviously, because I'm not making any, but I can't deal with this. Even when the audio isn't bad, I hear a crackling when I edit. It's such a pain in the butt. Like, I never know if it's gonna die halfway through. I don't know. It might just be this mic, but it wasn't cheap. I think I also just prefer the look and sound and feel of like an on-camera mic. I'm babbling. Anyway, so I think I'm gonna order one, but that's what I was going at. I'm only at 20 hours and 51 minutes, so it's only been 3 hours and 10 minutes. I will absolutely have 100 and something pages. I'll be done in 50 minutes. I guarantee you by the time we hit, I bet you nothing because there's too many of you and I don't know what to bet because I just said I was trying not to spend money and you can't have any of my books now, but I bet you anything, your wildest dreams to come true, that I can be done with A City of Souls and Sinners, 100 and something pages in 50 minutes. So let's hit that timer back on and see what we can do. That's incredible. Okay, focus. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Timer's going back on now. Heyo. Okay, so I'm glad that I didn't bet anything real or real money because I did not finish. I went over like 3 minutes and 45 seconds. So I did not finish in 50 minutes. I finished in 53 minutes and 45 seconds. But done. Book 2. Done. Wow. Okay. So final thoughts on A City of Soul and Sinners. Here I go rocking again. I really liked it. Once I got back into it, I was really struggling to get into it at the beginning. And I think it was because book 1 focused so much on Loren and Darian kind of getting together. And then in book 2, at the beginning, you don't necessarily have that tension to look forward to. But once I got past 25%, I finished 700 pages in maybe 600 pages in 3 days, 4 days, if that. So I really liked this. And I finally picked up this series again because Emmy, I will put her channel up somewhere and link it down below. She really likes this series and she says that her favorite character, or one of the male favorite characters, is Roman, who just got introduced. So looking forward to that. Battery's gonna die. Great, I'm back. What was I talking about? City of Souls and Sinners. Finished. Boom, boom, boom. That's me trying to get my energy back up because crappy day like today outside and just kind of reading and rotting makes me want to sleep, and I'm kind of fighting that right now. So we might have a cup of coffee here. I need to chug some water though. So wow, we have a little under 28 hours left to go and it's 4 p.m. So what the fuck? I always tell myself oh, you're gonna stay up. You're gonna stay up. I don't want to waste too much time thinking about what I'm gonna pick up, but I think we're gonna go with something a little different. We're gonna change it up. So we're gonna go horror, Something in the Walls by Daisy Pierce. Really limited child psychologist with a little girl. I don't know. It said it was if you like Midsummer and Haunting of Hill House. So we are 400, 100, or 500 and something, almost 600 pages down, 4 hours in. That's pretty good, actually. Man, I fly through a book on my Kindle now. I don't think I'm ready for, I think it's A City of Soul of Houses and Legends or something like that is book 3 in House of Devils. I don't think I want that. I don't want it right now. I still do want Jade Legacy, but I don't know. I want something a little different. So we're going to pick this up, bring this back downstairs. Got to change my scenery here and there and start EO timer again. Why is this angle? Hey. I'm a fool. I'm a gosh darn fool. All right. Be back when I have an update on this book. wish all my shirts were collared so I could do this. Hopefully this works. Hello, hi. I had to take a break to eat dinner, which was just leftovers, which was so nice to not have to cook, which was all, this was predetermined. I thought this one out, and take a shower and have a cup of coffee to try to wake up. So it is now 7:40 p.m. MST, and I kind of blacked out and put the Mummy on and read this book in one sitting. So Something in the Walls by Daisy Pierce is a book about a child psychologist named Nina. She's very young. She's just graduated. She's in like a pretty lackluster relationship with her fiance, Oscar. And she gets approached to go to this small town in England somewhere and assess this young girl that they think is possessed, or like something weird is going on. She's like vomiting pins and things are crazy. So she goes to the town with the reporter, leaves her fiance behind, and gets embroiled in what is going on with this young girl, Alice, but also things that are going on with the town that she obviously is not privy to. And by the end of the book, makes some like jaw-dropping discoveries. For some, I saw the twist coming. It was like so obvious. And I obviously won't say what it is because that's a spoiler and that's some bullshit, but I still enjoyed this. It was obviously really fast paced. I think it took me just about 2 hours to finish this, a 291 page book. I think about 2 hours because we were at 2.5, maybe 2.5. We're at 1733, whoever's keeping track. So maybe like 2.5 hours. But I think I'm going to give this a 3.5 star. For very good pacing. Not my favorite female, like not my favorite main character, period, female or otherwise. But I did enjoy the atmosphere. I thought it was very spooky, even though it did have that kind of obvious element to me anyway. But I did like this and I would recommend it. 3.5 stars, star ratings are so subjective. So neither here nor there. I enjoyed this. And if you're looking for something quick and not super scary to delve your little toesies into horror, this would be a good start. It's a cute horror, as you can see from the cover. It was a cute horror. So that's book number 3. And I don't know how I've been doing this. I suck at these because I have been reading all day. I've been reading for, feels like all day. I've been reading for 6.5 hours. All right, so we have 5.5 hours left. 6.5? Half is 8, 2 is 6, 6.5. Yeah, so I have 5.5. 16 plus 12. Oh my God, I'm a doctor. Get your shit together. All right, so the predicament that I find myself in is that I am definitely going to bring Jade Legacy downstairs, but like my wrists hurt from holding up these chunky ass books. Like it's a nice floppy paperback, but when it's got weight to it, it's got weight to it, brother. I am gonna bring it downstairs with the open all night because that just makes a lot of sense. I am also gonna bring A Curse Carved in Bone because she's speaking to me, and I feel like I could finish this as much as I want to be back in KCON with my boys and my gals and my girls and my murders and my jades. I would like to finish books during this time, and I don't know if I can. Well, I could finish it tomorrow though. Why are you being such a brat? Me to me, she said. Yeah, we're gonna bring it downstairs because I'm just feeling it. I'm just feeling it, Mr. Krabs. I do feel strongly that I need to have something on my Kindle, so that was a bookmark. I do have this book. So this is 3 Bags Full by Leonie Swan, and all I saw on Libby was that it was available. It has a foreword by AJ Finn, who wrote Woman in the Window, which I still think I like is one of my favorite thrillers of all time. It's kitschy, but whatever. I like the show on Netflix too. Or was it a movie? No, it was a movie on Netflix and it was good. The show was the one with Kristen Bell. She was making fun of him, which was also hilarious. But this is it says it's a sheep detective story. I don't know, but I just recently finished A Tainted Cup and A Drop of Corruption, which I believe is the second time just in this video I brought up that duology. It is by Robert Brennan Kemmer, I believe, and 5 stars for both of them. So good. I think it's going to be a trilogy. There is a third one on Goodreads eventually coming out, but it just put me in the mood for like an Agatha Christie Knives Out, like whodunit type of thing. And that's what it said that this was, Libby. It's becoming a movie and it's a translated work from German, which I don't think I've read a German translated work. So we're going to bring that Kindle down. And then I know I said I wasn't gonna. I'm torn. Okay. So City of Souls and Sinners gripped me the last 50%. And I actually do kind of want to get back to the world, especially since we've met Roman now right at the end there. So I could do City of Lies and Legends, but then I also have The Daughter's War, if you see that, by Christopher Buehlman. And this is a prequel to The Black Tongue Thief, which I just read and gave 4 stars. It is the beginning of a fantasy series by Christopher Buehlman, who is a comedic writer, I think. And these are very funny fantasy books. They have like a medieval vibe to them, I would say. Goblins, like a goblin war. There's some magic, thievery. You know, the characters are really great. There was a mystery at some point. So this one, The Daughter's War, is a prequel that is talking the Daughter's War. So this was the war between the humans and the goblins of this war, and it was all women that fought it. I think it's going to be, sorry, there was a hair in my mouth, that was gross. I think it's going to be really funny and really enjoyable and quick read. So that's what we're bringing this Kindle down for, one of those 2 options, if I feel it. And I feel good about this. I think I am going to start with A Curse Carved in Bone and bring my ugly little, I need to crochet. Hold on a sec. Okay, it's on my to-do list, but I have this like tablet stand thing that folds out. It's just like not very comfortable to hold, but it is very useful for hardcover books. You just put your little book there and boom, I lay her flat and read. It's just, I really like, do I have arthritis? I might have some arthritis up in these bones, especially when it's like gross out like today and I've just been holding books all day. Shenanigans. So we've got our work cut out for us. I am going to try to stay up and commit to my 12 hours. So we're on look at the time. 6 hours puts us at like 2 or 3 in the morning. So let's just keep reading and see how it goes. And I'll be back when I have an update on whichever book I decide to pick up next. What's up, my dudes? I'm back with an update. You guessed it. We're here for the night. We're in the library, if you will, if you please. So, me tired? I'm only 33 and it's 10:30 at night. So, yeah, I'm tired. But I have been reading A Curse Carved in Bone. Hello, then. I have been reading A Curse Carved in Bone for the last couple hours. Where's my phone? Here it is. Hey, did I hit record? Yeah, I did. I'm so smart. Okay, so I'm the worst also. We are at 15 and a half. Is it running? No, we're good. I always convince myself I have not paused it. We are at 15 hours, 30 minutes, and 20 seconds remaining. So my goal for tonight was, or for today was 12 hours. And I don't know that that's going to happen, but we're going to get pretty close. So I think if I just really commit to waking up early, we can get her done in 2 days. Anywho, back to the book. So first impressions, I did forget quite a bit, almost everything, some would say, but the author did do a pretty good job of rehashing enough at this point. I am at 170 pages. I'm at chapter 22, 164. This is about a 400-page book, so open all night, up all night. Danny just drooled on my leg, which is fine. She can do whatever she wants, but I gotta clean it. Hold on. Okay, we're good. No, I really forgot what I was saying. Other than trying to catch up with the characters and the plot line, it's been pretty good so far. A little slow. I would say really slow. We've kind of just been on like a one shot trajectory since the beginning of the book, and not much has happened. So I'm interested to see where it will go. This just came out this week, so I haven't seen any reviews about it. I haven't really seen like anyone on BookTube or Bookstagram talking about it, so I'm looking forward to finishing and seeing what Goodreads has to say. I would imagine this is probably going to be a trilogy, but I'll have to check that. As usual, I say I'm going to check it and then I never do. It is just about 10:30. It's 10:27 p.m. MST. And did I turn this on? Yeah, I did. I'm so scatterbrained. The later it gets, the more, I mean, everyone gets loopier the later it gets, but that was it. That was all I had to say about that, I suppose. Yeah, so I will do my best to get a little action of me reading in here with the mood, because if there is one thing I know how to do, it's set a mood with some strip lighting from Amazon. So I am gonna sit my butt down and try to get through, at least I would like to get through like 1 more hour. Ideally, I would like to finish this book. If I can finish this book tonight, that would be baller. I think if I put some headphones in and really focus, I might be able to, and then just get some sleep, wake up early, get back started tomorrow. So it's interesting. I have seen kind of both ways on BookTube, and let me know in the comments, if you were doing a 24-hour readathon, how would you do it? Would you pick up a book with the intention of reading it all the way through and then picking up another book, as I tend to do? Or I have seen some booktubers like kind of have a few things going on, like I did at the beginning of the vlog, but like I'm just like boom boom boom, like the thought to pick up something else and start it right now, given it is pretty late at night, that doesn't appeal to me at all. But it didn't appeal to me earlier in the day either. It's just like a boom boom boom. I need to stop with my antics right now. Okay, time to settle in and read some more Norse romantasy. What's up, dudes? Oh, I have the hiccups. I'm delusional. Okay, wow. I finished another book. We're done. I'm done. Not with the challenge, with this book. And for the night. It's like 1 a.m. Where's my phone for the timer? Hello. Oh my god, I've got to start starting these earlier. She never learns. But look, we almost made it to 12 hours. So I have 13 hours and 24 minutes left. I think if I really try to force myself to get up with an alarm tomorrow or today, we'll be good. All right, first things first. I did the opposite of what I usually do, and I convinced myself that this was book 2 of a trilogy, and it's not. Oh my god. I'm gonna throw this thing into outer space. Okay, this closes out the duology. So this is book 2. It's a duology. I did enjoy this. I wish I would stop not knowing the series length before I get into it, but here we are. I did enjoy this. I thought a lot of the character development was stalled in this one, which does make sense because book 1 was more of a build-up. But like I said earlier, for the plot to change from being so heavy in the romance to being really heavy in the politics and the war and the world building, and then to be the end of the duology, it was just too little too late. And although I did like the epilogue, I just feel like I didn't get enough. And things were just a little too convenient at the end. Stakes were a little bit low. 3 stars. 3.25. I don't know. I'm delusional. I need to sleep and think about it, but I did want to do one more update. And how many books did we finish today? We finished 2 that I was currently reading, but that was like almost 600 pages worth. And then I read an entire 2 books. So we finished 4 books in less than 12 hours. Yeah, my eyes hurt. Okay. I am going to tell myself that I will read on my Kindle, but I'm going to go to bed and we'll start again tomorrow. Today, but later. Okay, bye. Good morning. Welcome back to the readathon. Let's start off with I definitely didn't wake up early, as we all knew that was going to be true. So we're starting again at like 11, like yesterday. What time is that? Like 10:45. So yeah, 10:50, you fool. It is what it is. Tomato, potato, blah, 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 blah. Any of my other things dumb things I say. But we have just about 13 hours left because I did somehow read a little bit last night before I went to bed. So I picked something on my Kindle and it's really short. So that was kind of the motion for that. Trying to get to the cover. So I picked up I picked up Ring Shout by P. Jelly Clark, the Jelly Clark. And this is a horror that basically is insinuating that KKK members are demons or from like another world, and they're here to cause obviously a lot of harm. And there's this little family that goes around taking care of them and disposing of the spirits and the bodies. And I think that's really, really interesting. So it says I am 27%. So I'd love to just start off the morning with finishing a book, nice and easy. So I think we're gonna go downstairs and work on that. A little iced coffee. I gotta stop making that noise. It's really annoying. And then we need to move on to something else. So I think I am gonna bring Jade Legacy down because why not? Like, what's it matter? It's 700 pages. If I need a break halfway through, I'll pick something else up. I have quite a few other options on the shelves. As you can see, the world is my oyster. But I did just get this hold from the library, The Lamb by Lucy Rose. This was a horror. It came out in March and a lot of good reviews. So we may pick that up. And I don't know. I don't really know. So I think I'm going to stick with Ring Shout this morning and then Jade Legacy and see how much time we can knock out this morning. And I'll be back with it. Also, New Tapestry, just finished her. A little ghosty face. I would say, hold on. It's like, that's better. It was a little folded up. Yeah, so this one was a lot more challenging than the Meet Me in Hell because obviously Meet Me in Hell was only 2 colors. This was 6 colors. And honestly, the hardest part is keeping the yarn untangled. But I'm really happy with how it came out. And I think it adds a nice little zhuzh to the shelves. Ew. All right. Be back when I have an update. Bye. Howdy Partners, back with an update. I did finish Ring Shout by P. Djali Clark, and this was really, really good. So very coincidentally, I had a post today from, gosh, who publishes this? Whoever the publisher was, Orbit? Macmillan. Yeah, Macmillan. And they posted today on Instagram that this is being released in paperback in October. And I think I would definitely like a copy of this. This is a really good blend of historical fiction and horror and really just the power behind people and what it means to be part of like a found family. And they did this all in 180 pages, this author, which I think is really, really impressive. And I really enjoyed this. So that's another book down. That's number 5. And then what happened? Oh, rating. 3.75. I gave it a 4 on Goodreads because a 3 just feels inappropriate. I think I'm going to land on a 3.75 for now, and then we'll come back to it. Also, I would like to update that I am sticking with a 3 for A Curse Carved in Bone. I do think it was a good ending to the story, but I just wanted more of some things and less of other things. But it was a really enjoyable time, and it was very gripping. It was just the right length, I think. So yeah, I really liked I've liked all the books that we finished so far. Wow. So we have a 5-star, a 4-star, a 3.25, I think is where I landed for Something in the Walls. And then a 3 for A Curse Carved in Bone, maybe a 3.25 or a 3.5. I don't know. Maybe I do need to think about it a little bit longer. And then 3.75 for Ring Shout. So it is now 1:50 MST, and I still have just under 12 hours to go. I have 11 hours and 58 minutes, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and buckle down and start Jade Legacy and just see if we can pound this out today. I'm also I need to redo my nails, but they're not going to match this cover this well for much longer. So I feel like we need to take advantage of that. And although I have been trying to spend less money on books, I have been purchasing a little bit here and there since we sold the house, a little treat shelf. And it just feels good to at least be like reading the books that I'm buying. I just bought book 2 and 3 earlier this week on Tuesday. Me and Jess went out and we went to Barnes & Noble, and that's when I picked up A Curse Carved in Bone. So I bought 3 books this week, and I am about to read the 3rd one. That's 3 for 3. Pretty fucking impressive. Yeah, I'm gonna start Jade Legacy, and if I get slumped, like, because I do fear that maybe like once I hit, like if I can pound like 300 pages is what I'm hoping to do, I'm either gonna get burnt out and need something else, or I'm just gonna plow through the entire thing. So I will check back in a little bit when I do have an update. And also I did take a break because we went to the gas station to get snacks. So we'll do a little snack haul later. And I grabbed a Celsius, although they didn't have, there's a new flavor. I think it's called Sparkling Edition, Sherbet Edition, but it tastes like a rainbow snow cone. I don't know what it tastes like, but it's really, really good. And the gas station didn't have it. I didn't want any of the flavors that they had. So picked up a new one. It's the green, it's sparkling, just like the plain, not like a fun version. I got a new to me flavor. It's like just one of the OG ones. It's green apple cherry, which I'm either going to love it or I'm going to spit it out on intake. So that will be for later today because I do have a little coffee left in the pot. Then I'm going to make a little iced coffee if I get snoozy. But we also had lunch. We made some tacos. So I'm fed, I'm watered, I'm hydrated, I'm snacked, my blood sugar's up, I'm caffeinated, I'm ready to go. All right, we're going to give this the old taste test. It's green apple cherry. Well, now I'm nervous. It smells like shampoo. Oh, I fucked up. It's not my favorite, but it's drinkable because I need the caffeine. Ugh. It's all right. Okay. Caffeine aside, update time. So I am about, I would say 30%-ish into Jade Legacy, and it's really good. I didn't expect it to be not great. I am feeling a little burnt out. We are at a little under 9 hours left. 8 hours and 54 minutes, and it's 5:20 in the evening. So it's telling me I have to be up until 2:15 in the morning. We all laughed at that. Okay. Honestly, that's all. The only update that I really have is that I'm enjoying it, and I think it's going in a direction that is going to be a really explosive ending. And it's also funny that I mentioned in a previous update how I like that this series moves time-wise at an effective pace. And now it's like really going forward. We're going ahead like years because we have these like little markers at the beginning of the chapters that say, you know, what year we're in. And that's based on when one of our main characters, Hilo, became the leader of the clan that we follow. So plans continue this, I suppose. I don't feel the need to start something else right now. I don't know if that will change. I'm really enjoying this. I'm watching Disney movies and snacking. That's Claudette. Everyone's snacking. Everyone's ready to eat. They get fed in 10 minutes. So they all start kind of porting around like little dragons. But yeah, I'll be back in a little bit with another update. That's it, with another update. What's up? This is me trying to not lose my sanity during this video, but I fear that its possibility is becoming greater and greater the further into it we get. So here for an update. I literally, oh, it's in my pocket. I was like, it's just on my phone. All right, so time update. We are just under 6 hours. We're at 5 hours and 58 minutes remaining, and it is 8:39 p.m. MST, which is like 6 more hours. Awesome. But look at how much damage I've done. So I am on page 520, chapter 48 of Jade Legacy. I have about 130 pages left, I would say. So it's so difficult to talk about a book that's part of a series if you're not doing a spoiler-filled type of a reading vlog, which that's not what this is. This is about me is just sitting down and enjoying as many books in one sitting as I possibly can. And I am enjoying this. It is really long to read in one sitting, but somehow it still flew by. I do feel that this one is a little bit more long-winded than it needs to be, but I am just loving it. I can't imagine giving this. I've been like thinking, oh, maybe I'll give this one 4.5 stars. I'm like, you, Susan, you stupid bitch. Like, no. This is a 5-star book. This is a 5-star series, and I'm obsessed. So yeah, I actually, besides that this one is a little long, I have no other complaints. I do think that the politics got even bigger with more countries and territories coming into play, but Fondly somehow makes the writing so digestible, and the dialogue between the characters is so, like, it gets the point across while still being entertaining and high stakes. I just am so excited that I finally picked this series up, and very proud of myself that I'm reading all 3 books in like boom, 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 boom. So wow. I wish I had updated earlier, because I feel like when I update, I get a little bit more jazzed to keep going. In all honesty, I got just stuck on the couch reading, and there was just cat after cat after cat after cat. And I was like, I'm not going to move. That's crazy. So plans. I need to wake back up a little bit. I'm going to hop in the shower and do my skincare for the night. Try to make that quick. And then we're going to hunker back down. My plan is to finish the last 130 pages Jade Legacy and do an update. That will probably take me to 4.5 hours left. And then I don't know. I feel like my hands hurt from holding books, physical books. I only read City of Souls and Sinners on my Kindle. I did charge my Kindle Color Soft all day, so that is rearing and ready to go. But I don't know. The only thing on my Kindle that's kind of calling to me is the next book in House of Devils, but like, yeah, many crickets. A 900-page book right now? Like, can I not? So we'll see. I don't know. The Lamb by Lucy Rose is really calling to me, because a lot of people on BookTube and Bookstagram have been just ranting and raving since it came out. So I might pick this one up. There is this other, and this one's a paperback. There's this other book I picked up at the library. It's called The Swarm by Andy Marino. And the cover says it starts with one cicada. It will end with the swarm. So I think it's like some sort of a bug-based apocalyptic horror, which sounds really interesting and fun and fresh. So I don't know. I really don't know. I'd like to do something on my Kindle. I just don't think I can handle another big fantasy, and that's kind of all that's really speaking to me right now. So we'll take these two. They're here where we need them to be, and I will check back. I think, because I'm gonna go hop in the shower real quick, try to wake up a little bit, and then I'm calm the fuck down with that. Are you kidding me? I hit a button in my desk. changed positions. Good enough. I will check back when I finish Jade Legacy. We'll see how much time we have left, and then we're going to make a decision on what will most likely be the last book of the readathon, depending on how long it is. I don't know. We'll see. I'll be back when I finish this, though, for sure, for sure. Hi. You might be thinking to yourself right now, how's she doing? And the answer is up here, actually pretty good. Here, eyes, exhausted. So, wow, I finished Jade Legacy. Both shocked and impressed with myself all at the same time. I read an entire 710-page book in one day, but did I spend my whole day doing it? Yes, because I'm pretty sure we started the day at like a little under 12 hours. Then I read something else. I finished Ring Shout, so then we were at like 11 hours. Yeah, it took me about 7 or 8 hours. I'm going to say it took me 8 hours to read Jade Legacy, give or take, with everything included. So, 5 stars. I mean, me not give this 5 stars, that would be disgusting. This is incredible. It's pretty late. It's like 11. It is midnight, so I'm a little delirious and probably need to collect my thoughts a little bit better, but this series is absolutely incredible, unforgettable. Okay, as we were saying, this trilogy, I think I will be thinking about for a really long time. It has, okay, so I'm not even sure if I think briefly I talked about what this series is, but it's a very much Eastern Asian inspired urban fantasy set in a world where Jade, the gem, gives people who have the ability to wear it magical powers. I think that's exactly what I said earlier in the video. This is so much more in depth than that. That's like the most brief summary ever, but the most basic lore of this universe that we're in is that there was once upon a time the one mountain clan, and it was the one clan on this island of Kakon, that controlled all of the country's jade, and then they split apart into the No Peak clan and the Mountain clan, and we pick up with the second generation of these clans that are at war with each other, and that's where the beginning of the series Jade City starts, and we follow the generations of these families. Our main characters are part of the No Peak clan. That is who we are kind of rooting for. I mean, they're all horrible. It's like very much based on The Godfather. I've seen it compared to that many times, but political intrigue, clan wars, military, there was a military presence really heavily in this one, where it wasn't so much in the first two, and it added another layer of complexity to this world, and the ending was still satisfying to the entire trilogy. 5 stars. Holy shit. Yeah, if I was going to spend my entire Sunday reading a 700-page book, I'm actually pretty pumped it was this one, and read this shit. I mean, this series is like nothing that I've ever read before, and it's not urban fantasy like a Crescent City or even a House of Devils like I've been talking about as an urban fantasy, which they all are urban fantasies in their own rights, but this is just on a level of its own. So I will be recommending this for quite years to come and looking forward already to rereading it. Maybe 2026 will be my year of the reread, but let me put that in the pile of finished books, which is boop, 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 getting higher as we go. All right, it's fucking midnight. It's 12:02 MST AM. So I have 3 hours and 25 minutes left. My alarm thing says I have to stay up until 3:10 AM. So fuck it. I'm up. I'm gonna try. I got some candy still, so I could probably sugar crush it. My freaking hands are tired from holding a book, but the only thing that I'm interested in picking up is The Lamb by Lucy Rose. I don't know what this is about. I'm guessing based on the fact that there's a steak and teeth on the cover, it's cannibalism, but who the heck could be too sure? I think I'm going to start this and then, get the timer going again, and then maybe take a break if I'm not immediately sucked in and see if there's something on my Kindle. But honestly, I'm feeling pretty good. I'll just use it's just so ugly. I'm so annoying. I'm just going to use this to not hurt my tiny little baby girl hands. Because a floppy paperback, when it's this size, What do I look like? Andre the Giant? That fucking hurt to hold out all day. So we're going to keep this party started. The party is just me and Dan so far. Because wherever I go, she go. She's been ripping her babies up. So there's baby guts, aka stuffing, all over the gosh darn place. But that's the plan. The reading nook is set. The candy's right there. My water cup is full. I got a dog. I got a new book light. Meet me in hell. Let's go. Hey, I finished another book. Am I laughing or am I crying? None of your business. This is so past my bedtime. It's not even funny. It is 2 a.m. I have an hour and a half left to go. And I'm like, what am I supposed to read now? Especially after finishing this. The Lamb by Lucy Rose is reminiscent. I don't know why I'm fucking trying to do an update right now. I don't even know which way is up. This is reminiscent of Mayfly in that it's unhinged woman after unhinged woman after unhinged woman. But at the same time, it was really, really sad. Like, it was horror, body horror, but it was really sad. So it's exactly what I thought it was. It's about a woman who was not a very good mom and her young daughter living in kind of like a ramshackle type house in England. And they collect strays for sustenance. And then a woman named Eden shows up and she kind of just starts. She ingratiates herself into the home with the mom, Ruth, and the daughter, Margot. And things just really quickly go downhill for especially Margot. This ended in a way that I absolutely did not expect. And if I were more coherent right now as a human being, not so tired, it may have brought me to tears. And I love horror for being able to do that. Like, especially horror books, I think, when they're really well written like this, they can just bring you so many more emotions than just, oh, I'm scared. You know, horror movies do the same thing. Make you laugh, make you cry, make you scream. That's life. And that's showbiz, baby. So, The Lamb. This was 322 pages. This was 326 pages. Yep, this was 326 pages. So, who cares? Whatever. I don't care anymore about anything, really. I knew if I stayed up late enough and didn't update that this footage would slap. So, please like this video for the love, because I suffered for it, for you guys. And that's showbiz, baby. I'm gonna read for another hour and a half. Like, I don't fucking see why not. But I'm gonna switch to Kindle and probably fall asleep in the chair. I just cannot hold. Oh, wait. Did I say my rating? This was 4 stars. This was incredible. I loved this. I'm gonna think about it. Maybe 4.5. It was really good. I'm too tired. So, I haven't stayed up this late. I don't remember the last time. And I am feeling it, Mr. Krabs. God, I don't know what to start on my Kindle. I think that I am just going to call it with the updates. And I'll be back in the morning. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I mean, how it goes. I just don't know to read on my Kindle. And my tummy kind of hurts. It's the other thing, which, like, not great. Not great. I honestly think I'm going to start a city of lives and legends, houses and legends. I don't remember. Nothing else is really calling to me on my Kindle. So I will probably check back in the morning and just T's and P's at this point in time that I make it another hour and 33 minutes. Good night, bye. Oh, hi, who's that? Me? To close out the vlog? You betcha. Also, I thought I had more iced coffee than I did, so holy shit. I stayed up till 4 in the morning doing this challenge for you guys, and I woke up at 10, so I'm running on 6 hours, but that's showbiz, baby. As I think I said it too much in this vlog. Okay, so I did finish the actual challenge. I read for another hour and a half. I don't think I updated, but I ended up starting it was Lies and Legends by Kayla Edwards. So this is book 3 of the House of Devil series, and I finished City of Souls and Sinners at the beginning of the vlog. So I got about 200 pages into this, and I'm really liking it. I think this one might be my favorite so far. I do love Roman and Shay especially. I think Shay is the character that I'm most excited about. Yeah, so I made it to page 202 because I actually ended up reading in bed a little bit because I was like, now I'm like wired and tired. So let's look at the final count, okay? So we finished, wow, we finished all of these books plus 400 pages of City of Souls and Sinners to finish that. And I also read Ring Shout on my Kindle, which was about 180 something pages. So I haven't tallied all the pages yet. I will pop it up on the screen when I edit this. But we're definitely like around, I'm going to guess 2,000. I'm going to guess that I read 2,000 pages in 24 hours. So I'm going to buy myself a coffee when I edit, and if the number is up there. So, wow. The fact that I finished this trilogy during this readathon is incredible to me. I also really liked The Lamb and Ring Shout. I liked all of these. I liked every single book that I read. There were a couple 5 stars. I think I'm leaning towards 4.5 for The Lamb after I slept on it a tad bit. This was really good. It is a very gruesome, very heartbreaking, very dark, but very well written, very fast paced, very good horror. Wow. Okay, great. Now what do I do with myself? Am I going to go downstairs and read? Probably. I don't know what else to do with my time. Thank you so much if you watched. I'm clearly still sleep deprived and a little delulu, but again, thank you so much if you watched this video. If you enjoyed, please give it a like, and if you are new here, please subscribe to my channel. I love to do challenges whenever I can, and just, babble and bullshit about books and life. So again, thank you so much. Hit like, hit subscribe, stick around, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!